seconds for Tobias Harris and the Pistons. Tobias puts it on the floor, blows by Kornet.
25 for Peyton Pritchard. His career high is 38 last year on Mike Gorman Day. Kornet got a piece of that shot from Portis.
Locked away by Kornet. LaMelo. Blocked away. Kornet got it. And a late foul called on Salon and Smith playing together for the Hornets. Salon had it blocked by the 7-1 Kornet. LaMelo scored 15 of the last 17 points for the Hornets in the second quarter, including the last 6 field goals made.
That's the biggest part of it. You know, if you can get that out of the way where you find some toughness, you're going to do very well.
Kornet with the block.
As mentioned, Tatum has 13, so 23 of Boston's 43. Martin taking it strong, and Kornet denies him.
And you know, I think that was kind of a gauge game for them because every single person for both teams was playing. And it was an important game. It was fun and exciting to watch.
John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters, thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday night. As here's Mobley. Mobley gets a running start at Kornet. Appeared to be some contact. Kornet. Here's LeVert. He'll knife inside. That's blocked by Kornet.
That's Kornet's job. That's all he does is block. He's going to block shots, protect that rim, get those defensive rebounds.
Take some air out of the basketball. Mitchell works on Pritchard, crossed him over. Oh, he tried to hammer it on Kornet.
Eris Spoelstra is always about, the challenge, the NBA, it's the greatest thing ever. I love it. I love the opportunity to compete. And Joe's like, next game.
Good play by Kornet. Celtics have scored 8 in a row. He's a money tree. Money P.
Oh, spiked that thing.
Have some.
Spiked it.
Hockey rejected by Luke. That's 3 in the first half. Third-year pro out of Missouri.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Keeps his dribble alive under the basket. Leaves it.
Oh, good hand.
That swatted it again. Here are the catch. The drive.
that one.
Bounce the track. 6 rejections for Luke. Tatum. It's a 3. Out early tonight. Holland stripped by Tillman.
Oh, here we go.
It's Pritchard time. You can feel the tension building here at the Garden. Cunningham swatted by Luke, and he got it back.
Quick release. Nice base. I haven't seen them shoot in real life like that, though.
Both.
And the Magic have the basketball down by 13-8. Suggs knocked out of his hands by Kornet, stolen by White.
Making 17, and they're going to get to north of 50 is my bet in this game. Great job by Kornet there, tracking Maxey all the way to the rim. Hesitated a little bit that time to get his feet set, but knocked it down.
He had a stretch earlier this year. His shoulder was bothering. He couldn't raise his right arm to shoot a 3. Reggie Jackson cleans it up as the ball pinballs around, and Philly's lead is 3.
Hands of Turner was popped by Kornet to McConnell. Running his Walker.
He had the shot. He should have taken it the first time.
His team's matched up 9 times total last season. 5 regular season, 4 Eastern Conference Finals. This is the 3rd matchup this year. Mathurin denied. Bryant gets the stuff and the scream. Here's Jarris Walker. He had a great first half. McConnell somehow gets baseline on Kornet, but Luke might have got a piece of the shot. McConnell rejected by Walsh.
Leads to a turnover is that type of play where you get a deflection and you go get that basketball.
Arch 9.
Peyton Pritchard picks up Murray. Double team comes. Najee tries. Najee and Kornet with the block. Shot clock at 5. Kids in the corner. And Kornet with a block. Boston tightening the screws defensively.
Victory against Golden State offensively. A lot more movement, cutting. Something that we saw earlier in the season and certainly all of last season. Shot clock down. It's Shed.
Hawks 18th in offense, 20th in defense. 7th in the Eastern Conference, 2 games over 500. There's Jalen Johnson, one of the most improved players in the league, who missed the shot. Might have gotten a piece of that. Under a minute to play in the first half. Holiday.
I don't think we can afford him. He just kept walking 3D.
Yeah, he did. I saw him.
He said there are too many shooters here. Not enough defense.
Well, he started smiling. He said at least he can get 10 or 15 assists tonight.
You would hope so, right? We got to have some effort this year. Oh, Kornet.
That would mean they would have to give a little bit of effort to play that right.
That's right.
Challenges Kornet. Kornet gets a hand up and maybe blocked that shot. Derek White gets his hands on the ball for the first time here tonight.
When you look at Jason Tatum, for me, he just has had such an unbelievable pace and understanding to the game, knowing when to pick his spots.
Good defense by Kornet on Prosper. Long rebound to Pritchard. Gonna back him down. Shot clock down to 4. Kleba sees it, trying to drive on Kornet. Got stripped and a turnover. Brown ahead to White and the slam. He's got 11 here in the quarter.
And Jaren Jackson.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should know that.
Triple J. Kornet the block on Green. Porzingis saved it. What a play by the bigs for the Celts. Holiday for
Let's go. Jose runs the offense off the Carlo pick. CJ. Nice pass. Carlo blocked up top. And popped away to Hauser.
Think about the size of these guys here and the versatility going forward for J. Kidd.
Exum fakes and drives on Kornet. Hauser the board.
Ankle, knee, whatever it is, the Boston Celtics are going to attack you.
Towns out top, guarded by Tatum. Bridges slips the screen. Kornet with a nice block.
The tone for the game.
Hard with a nice fake. Got blocked again by Kornet. Boy, he's been a real impactful presence there in the lane early.
Just make the next right read, and that's what the Celtics do.
Boston with its 13th assist. And a nice bit of defense there. Payton back in a hurry.
And picked up with Messi taking it the other way for the Sixers, and a half minute to go in the third. Grimes driving. Kornet will meet him and not get away.
And Kornet doing a little bit of everything off the bench as well.
Oubre, Drummond. Kornet.
And he's got 36 points. That was one tough move to the basket. Garland stripped, knocked out of bounds. All right, Lisa. Well, one thing you know for sure, the Celtics will keep slinging as Jerome drives, blocked by Kornet. Rejected out of bounds.
So you're going to look different, but you can still be effective.
Westbrook, nice feed inside. Shot blocked by Kornet. Brown with the save, but goes behind the backboard.
Mike, we're not bending the defense at all. And that's not good for the Celtics at this point.
Sharp on the take. Long arm of Kornet knocks it away. White keeps it alive.
And as the Boston's guard rotation thinned out, Pritchard's work started to pay off, and he's now starring in his role as sixth man. He plays guys with not a chip, but a boulder on his shoulder. He told me tonight that while he wouldn't mind starting.
With a handful of teams, 4 of them. Long shot, 3 won't go right there by Justin Edwards. He's out of Arkansas, and here comes Pritchard. Accelerates into Butler. Kelly will take it, shift gears. Crossover inside, got it to go on the adjustment by Edwards. Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre, swashbuckling down the lane, Green knock away. Celtic defense, White on the wing, Peterson.
Collier not even close. That's not really his game. KJ Martin had the rebound. Mihailuk to Kessler. Kornet stripped him.
3:05 to play in the first half. Johnson looks to turn the corner. Oh, Kornet came over to block it. Keon Johnson has it. Put it up in time, but he missed everything. Sharp came in on the recovery. Williams shielding. Williams blocked by Kornet.
34-18 Boston.
Just a great save by Tatum.
Back inside. Kornet forces him to reset out front. He is one big man. Quick move inside. Conte denied. Got some help from Hauser. Cody Williams drives in. Step back. Shot blocked. That's what Kornet does as well. Did you mention? Yeah. Cody Williams drives in, step back, shot blocked. That's what Kornet does as well. Did you mention? Yeah.
Looks out of that, and it is difficult to maneuver defensively.
Here's DeRozan, rips through on the drive, blocked by Kornet.
It's a real challenge here for Phoenix when Boston goes to this double big lineup with Kornet and Porzingis. And Phoenix out here with 4 guards and Iguodala. This is going to be a challenge.
Complete performance tonight for the Boston Celtics. 31-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Martin has it blocked by Kornet out of bounds.
I thought I had to pay off the 10. Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
And if they don't, they should. Brunson threads one inside. Anunoby had it knocked away by Kornet.
36. Yeah, but it gets you in that top 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
Boga Bitadze on the dunk.
How about this matchup with Porzingis on the bench to start the second half and Kornet getting the start here. Now Porzingis did warm up as Kornet gets a block. Here's Joseph again, and Brown secures it.
And in his minutes per game, and nearly 19 a night. Wagner driving on Kornet, rejection.
We talked about his defense.
Horford to Brown, 3. You betcha!
Took more threes than anybody in the NBA this season. Good feet inside. Oh, Anunoby was met by Kornet. Robinson is trying to go up after the rebound with a whistle and a foul.
But you bring in an excellent offensive rebounder in Hart.
Towns, cross court, Hart. Into Towns. He's doubled, knocked away by Kornet.
Big ride to Hart. Hart goes right at Kornet. Blocked by Kornet. Picked up by Holiday. Celtics on the run. Holiday inside. Horford's all alone. Banks it home. And Tom Thibodeau's going to need a timeout.
4 of 4 from downtown. They need everything they can get. Anunoby working through traffic. Knocked away. Nice defense inside. How about Brunson to Hart. Sneaks one inside to Towns. Knocked away inside by Kornet. 2 blocks. Shot clock at 2.2. Brunson to Hart. Kornet comes out, and Hart drives right at him. Kornet with his 3rd block. Holiday is all sticky defense on Brunson. Shot clock at 1. Hart for 3. Rebound Towns. Knocked away, another block. This is their biggest lead of the game. An elimination game. Brunson driving in on White. Another rejection. Kornet's got 5. They've relied on Brown and White.
Remember in games 2 and 4, it was Mikal Bridges offensively.
Anunoby doubled, another block for Kornet. Throws himself into the stands to keep it. Brown from behind almost jarred it free. Hart rejected. Kornet. He is a one-man wrecking crew.
They always talk about long game, 3-pointer makes a difference. Hart looking, blocked by Kornet. He had 7 the other night. That's his first one tonight. Jaylen Brown. White lines up and gets to the goal.